All right, everybody, welcome back. We are moving into our fourth version or our fourth type of text structure. We have done word choice, which is not technically a text structure, but 1, 2, and 3, descriptive, sequential, and compare contrast, those are our first 3 official text structures. Once again, I am still recording these at home, so you may or may not hear my little puppy dogs running around and barking in the background. So text structure, we've left off with compare, contrast, and then today we're going to start working on cause and effect. So in your notes on your, in your reading notebook, in your table of contents, we are underneath Unit 5. We're doing cause and effect. And this is going to be on page 46, our very next blank page. And this is going to be very similar. So the cause and effect, and then our fifth text structure are very, very similar. So you're going to want to make sure that you're paying very close attention and really concentrating on how they are different. We're going to compare them and contrast them. All right, so once you have these cause and effect, we're going to flip the page and text structure. Here we go. Our next blank page, we're going to be doing cause and effect. So I'm going to take what I wrote on the title or on the table of contents, and I'm going to write that as my title here so I can find it easily. Text structure, cause, and effect. All right, so here we have cause and effect. And where we're doing cause and effect is all about how one event causes something else to happen. For example, I make a cake, people eat the cake. I made it, that was the event. The effect is that other people ate it. You study or you take notes and you pass your test. These are cause and effect relationships. So when we're talking or when we're doing an official definition, we're going to say that it focuses on an event and what happens next. Now, these colors look very similar, so I am going to point out that I did event and next are my 2 keywords that I'm paying attention to in this particular definition, because it is something happens, then there is something else that happened because of it. So here are our keywords. Because, since, oops, it would help if I spelled it correctly, since, so that, if, and then I'm going to put 3 dots and then say then. So if this happens, then that. If you jump off a tree, then you will land on the ground. If, then. So these have to be combined, but these 3 dots basically mean that there's going to be something in between them. If this happens, then that. If I write with my pen all the time, then I will run out of ink. If, then. All right, another if, then. Due to or led to. Due to our Thanksgiving or our Christmas dinner, I ate way more than I should have, and I could not fit into my pants the next day due to me eating. Led to, so basically that's very similar to due to, only it's if you were led to do something which led to this happening. I studied, which led to me passing the test. All right. And then I only have 2 more lines. So a reason why something happened. For this reason, or the effect of. Okay, and then their last keyword is going to be may be due to. It may, the reason it is quiet, or the reason it is quiet may be due to the fact that my dogs are outside running around and chasing each other. That would be my cause and effect. The cause would be the dogs are running around. The effect is we don't hear them inside anymore. All right, and as always, we're going to come up with a graphic organizer. This is one you've probably seen quite a bit, but you still need to go ahead and write it down. So our graphic organizer is going to be basically one box right here, an arrow, and a second box over here. And we're going to actually do 2 sets of these. We're going to do one example from A Bear's Life and one example from Wolf Island. Hopefully at this point you've read both of them. So here is our first example. Our first one, our cause. Okay, so I'm going to pause for just a second. I'm going to tell you right now, your cause always comes first. This is what causes, this is why we use the word cause, the effect to happen. However, please be aware that when you are taking a test or when you are in a STAR test, they might give you the effect, so you have to go back and figure out what caused that effect. The cause will always come before the effect, but when you're doing a test, they might give you the effect first, and then you have to go back and find the cause that happened before it. All right, so the cause in our book, Wolf Island, the wolf, the very first thing that happened was that the wolf wanted a mate. So what was the effect of the wolf wanting a mate? What happened because he wanted a mate? And if you think back on that story, that wolf left his family to find one. He left his family to go find his own mate so he could get married and have his own family or his own children. All right, so that would be our cause and our effect for Wolf Island. We also are going to use our cause and effect for A Bear's Life. So we're going to practice this just a little bit. The fact is that bears learn to survive as adults. What caused that? What made sure that they were able to survive as adults, that they were able to find food and shelter and basically live as adults? And the reason they're able to survive as adults is because bear cubs pay attention to their mothers. Okay, so that would be an example of where the effect is that they learn to survive adults. So we would have to have gone back into the book, A Bear's Life, to find out that it's because they were paying attention to their mothers that they were able to learn to survive as adults. Okay, as always, my loves, if you need to pause this video in order to be able to read the book. We already read the book. If you need to pause the video in order to finish writing down your notes, you may go ahead and do so at this time. These notes will also be in your virtual notebook, so you can go double check and see what the notes are from there.